less than convincing we've been since the last episode. We've got another 2 games today, and in them we're going to get 2 little green dots, and we're going to get ourselves back on track. Welcome back to episode 36 of our wonderful Cadbury's Heroes. We have Brighton and Reading for our games today. We've not had the best form. If we're honest, it's not been great. You can see we've dropped out of the playoffs, which is perfectly fine. As long as we're not down here in this red bit, I'm happy. We've lost Astley from being our top scorer. He's now McGregor, and McGregor alone, with 7 goals. A dizzying amount of goals, that is. Azer is still waiting to join us, but we're mid-December, so we should have him in a few weeks. And before I jump in and show you our results in a little bit more depth, if you could do me the favour of liking, subscribing, showing your support on the channel, that would be greatly appreciated as well. We played, to finish off November, Swansea. It was a 1-1 with a Harry Wild goal, a 1-1 against Hull with a goal from Kasareka. Portsmouth saw the goal from McGregor to take him out to be our lone top scorer on 7. And then most recently we've played Stoke, where Schmeichel scored for us late in the game to pull it back to 2-1, and it stayed at that. We did have the return of a certain, I was expecting him to be on the other screen then, bear with me a second, of a certain, I'll find him. There he is, Jack Shepherd. We should sign him, whatever the price. Issue being, we can't afford whatever the price that they asked, so we'll just leave him alone, let him do what he wants to do. Brighton. They have been in the Premiership as recent as last season, so it's a relegated team against the promoted team. They are currently 2 positions and 1 point behind us, so league-wise we're even. But if we look at comparing ourselves against them, it's going to show us in... It's contrasting, shall we say the least. So we're currently 23rd with 100 to 1. They are first in the season preview at 4 to 6. We're going with Colton in goal, Watkin Jones, Astley, Cookney and McBride as the back 4. Kasareka and Wild outside of Peake and Boadu. And then we have John supporting McGregor as the strike partners. That's not great. Harry Wild has picked up an injury. We do have Bazira that we can throw straight on. So I'm going to do so. And just crack on. Just pretend it didn't happen. I chose to play Bazira in this game. There's a free kick really deep for Brighton. They've put it towards the back post sort of area. Balak-Washer has picked it up. Kerndes. Akocha. Puts the ball across to Isenga? Not a clue where to start on that pronunciation. I feel, brilliant. I feel our record of being the strongest team, goal difference wise, or one of, is under serious threat this season. I've just noticed that Swansea have currently scored like 29 goals. Well, they've got a goal difference, of 28. Ours is currently 2. So it's leading me to think we're not going to do very well. But Bazira, our choice of a left mid for the game, just scored a goal. Brilliant ball over from whoever it was that put it in. I've got to be honest, I forgot because I was chatting. Is it McGregor? No, it's Watkin Jones. I knew that. What a ball in. There's a throw for us on our right-hand side. Watkin Jones puts it to McGregor. I'll have a replay of our goal just. Never mind. Nketiah's got it. He does have a man outside to the right, but he's done the striker's trick of just kind of running round. Just walks slightly wide of the defender and gets round him. Perfect. Ball's been put in. Carlton's claimed it. No messing about. We come through to half-time now. They've had the better of the game, but the XG is definitely inflated for them for that one shot that they had at the back post, which was basically into an open net. So it's not as dire as it seems. There's a free kick for us out on our left-hand side. Boadu's over the ball. Brilliant ball towards the back post, but Bernardoni makes the save for them. We take the resulting corner, put it towards the near post, and it's headed away. I believe it's about time to make a substitution. Let's have a little look what we got. We've got Joe McGregor not performing, which isn't a surprise, if I'm honest. We've also got Cookney, who's one of our better players, currently booked and not performing very well. I was tempted to swap him out with Peake, who is also booked and not performing very well. So we'll just bring Conor McBride in. And we've made our third sub 60 minutes in. What is the worst that could happen? I know exactly what it is, because I did this in the previous game, the one off camera, and someone got injured immediately. So that wasn't ideal. We were already losing at that point as well, if that's any consolation. Ugart, I think his name was, puts it out to Ibram on the right for Brighton. Back to Messaoudi. Oh, how has he put that over? Don't complain. He was offside, to be fair. A little linesman flag was popping about down here. So we've got less than 15 on the board. We'll encourage them once more. They love that earlier in the game. Look at that. Oh, bloody over the moon. 84. I'll take an away draw against Brighton. I'll take that every day. We took a point from the Amex, I believe it's called. I really feel like I should know that. I'm more than happy with that result. Obviously, West Ham are a massive fan of Baker's because they've offered me an interview. Do you know what I'm not a fan of? Managing anyone other than Cadbury. We now have Reading. They are currently bottom of the league. So if I move my little head, move my fat head. They are 13 points from 21, which is pretty goddamn poor. So this is the sort of team and position that we would have been challenging against. So if we can beat these quite convincingly, we can show that we're not relegation fodder. We're obviously not, because we're currently in the top half. We're going into our game with Reading, with Colton in goal, Watkin Jones, Astley, Cookney and McBride as the back four, Casaraker and Wild outside of Stevenson and Peake, and then we have Smeagol and McGregor as the strikers. The only thing I'm going to do actually is put Wild out for Becerra, and I'm going to put O'Neill up on the bench, because I usually need to sub a right mid, and then he's never there. We've already seen nearly half an hour of the game tick by. I was going to say we haven't seen a highlight, but as soon as I started speaking, popped up. So Reading have got an attack by the looks of it. Started with a throw-in. They've got it all the way out on their left-hand side by the corner flag, and Colton's caught the cross. Top work from him, as always. Splendid goalie. Cookney and Colton are playing between one another. Do you know what? Guys, don't worry about it. Don't let anyone else play. Keep it between yourself. Do you know what? Get Astley involved. Cool. Centre backs, do what you want, guys. I'm not trying to make a video or anything. Back to the goal. Oh, what a surprise. Hey! Right, okay. Left wing, Becerra. Brilliant ball forward. Casaraker's made the run. I don't know what to say. The centre backs and my goalie have made them look like an absolute bunch of idiots. Because it's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 6 touches. From the goalkeeper to the back of their net. 6 touches, give or take. Battered them. Absolutely shame. Casaraker's going to put in the cross. It's headed straight back to him. He's put it to Peake on the edge. Stevenson. Oh, and his shot trickles just wide. We're just coming up to half-time now. I've noticed Watkin Jones has picked up a knock. I was considering starting Powell in this game, so kind of bit of both sides. Give Jimmy Powell the game time, and we'll take Watkin Jones off to make sure he doesn't get injured further. We've still got a further 2 subs to make, probably around about 67, 70. We'll look at doing them. But do you know what? I'm happy with how it's going. We'll zoom in, we'll drop some praise, and we'll see where we are. This is where we are. Oh, Krasnicki. Oh, shocking. Is that Vedat Krasnicki? Have I made him up? Might not even be a real person. Holmes throws a ball to Alanga to fall, but Smeagol knocks it away. McIntyre heads it back in for them. Reading have got the ball on the edge. Alanga, good ball out to Holmes. Oh, and a good finish, to be fair. We've got a free kick really far out on the left. Casaraker puts it towards the back post. Definitely a hand there. Whoa, definitely. I definitely saw that. Woof. Smeagol. I'm trying to think of a joke. There isn't one. So just score. He didn't do it. Let's put it back in. McBride. Oh, he's put it wide as well. Considering we pulled their pants down, there's nothing else to say. That first goal embarrassed them. Considering that was the case, we just haven't done anything else since. It's not ideal. I've also not made the subs. It's corner for Reading. Astley heads it out. McGregor picks up the loose ball. Oh, also, little bit of an update. I've already technically Smeagol, what a guy. I've already technically signed a new striker, so he's coming in on loan from Man City. I'll introduce you to him in the next episode. But McGregor and Smeagol are doing the best they can to hold on to their position, so they gotta hope they can carry this on, because having 7 goals as a top scorer, it's not great. I think we're going to manage to run away with this. I'll drop us down to just positive because I can't bother. Never mind. Didn't even need to. Game's finished. Battered him. Well, that's a shame, isn't it? They've moved the FA Cup game back slightly. So instead of being next to the Blues game, it's with the Watford game. So I believe I played Watford off camera. Fantastic. I did exactly that. So I think we'll come back for these 2. And I'll then do the following episode when I'll update on deadline day if any further movements have happened there. But I hope you'll come back for that episode. And more importantly, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. So if you have done so, if you could do me the favour of liking and subscribing, showing your support, that'd be greatly appreciated. And thank you very much for your time.